Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing fantastically well. So again, it's Sunday. I can't believe another week of trading has gone by, and it's time to look at the performance, how I did this week, what profits I've made, as well as looking at the overall profit and loss for the entire month of April. So probably my best trade of the week was actually the first one. It was actually trading on Bitcoin, which I don't normally trade on, but it's all around the halving event. We'd seen the price pulling all the way back down to getting a support level of 60,000. Price bounced off for that, was starting to form a bearish flag. I waited for that to break out, went long, and that was actually over the weekend, that trade. And by the time Monday morning came around, it had all gone up and I made $1,000 or potentially a 1% profit on the actual account. Wasn't risking too much, still within my risk parameters. So actually I really enjoyed that trade. It was actually a nice one to be in. But ultimately after that, as we always know, the performance wasn't great. I ended up getting all those profits back to the market and some more profits back. And then the whole week was literally on that equilibrium of good trade, bad trade, good trade, bad trade. Finished the week actually okay. The overall month was a 2% profit gain overall, which I could have actually taken the profit split, but I decided not to, and I'll come to that a bit later in the video. So if you've been following my updates over the past month or so, you'll know that a couple of my challenges and prop firms are actually in a bit of a disaster. OFP, I wasn't eligible for a payout on this particular Friday. The drawdown that I was actually in, I'm almost out of, but again, the trader value score is not in a position to actually get a payout. Blue Guardian, I've decided to put that on hold for now and change my entire plan going forward. And again, when I come to the P&L, I'll talk about it a bit later. But for me, I've just never been able to get that out of the drawdown. It's literally been bugging me day in, day out. And since I moved over to CTrader, I just have not got on with that platform. It might be able to have to trade with it for a month solid and not do anything on MetaTrader, but all the time I'm still working on MetaTrader, my preferred platform. I have a negative thought and feeling towards the entire Blue Guardian account, and therefore it's never going to recover. So again, for the moment it's on hold, so I've not been able to make any profits at all on Blue Guardian. So all my main profits this month come from FTMO. So look at my expenditure for April. I've had nothing at all again. I've got no subscriptions, I've done no new challenges. So again, when you think about actual investing in a business, outgoings have been zero. Income, I've not actually banked these profits, because although I actually had changed my profit split day with FTMO towards the end of the month, I would have actually had that banked profits. I'm actually extending that out so I can actually get a bigger payout next time. So for the income, yes, it's looking about $2,000. I'm actually leaving that as highlighted in yellow for now, purely because it's not actually banked in my account, but although the actual profits were made in April. So on the overall plan for the year, I'm definitely now behind based on the fact I've made no profits at all with OFP and with Blue Guardian. So the only profits I've made this month, which I was actually on track to do, was my 2% with FTMO. So I'm pleased with that. That's actually pretty good. But what I'm now doing going forward is change my entire approach. And that all comes down to what I've spoken about previously, is scaling the FTMO account. If I'm able to scale that account, which I'm close to doing by getting that 10%, which I'm close to at the moment by getting that 10% profit as well as 2 payouts. You also need to have done it over a 4-month period, so in another month or so I'll be eligible to get that additional 25% on the actual account balance, as well as a profit share up to 90%. So for me that's actually effectively a 40% gain overall in the account. So it actually negates the need for OFP, which again is a $100,000 account at a 40% profit split. Now the main reason for me actually not taking the profit split this month and banking the cash is because I'm trying to get onto the FTMO premium plan, which is essentially becoming a prime member and then getting up to the next level after that one. To become a prime member, what you need to do is have an active FTMO account, no failed FTMO account challenges within the last 4 months, and process 4 payouts with at least 4% per payout. Now I've got active FTMO accounts because I'm funded with them. I have not failed any challenge in the last 4 months because ultimately I took this challenge in January. It's now end of April, so again nothing in that period. The biggest sticking point at the moment is those 4% payouts. I've had one 4% payout so far. If I've taken the payout of 2% now, then I have to wait another one to come around. So for me, extending this payout withdrawal until the 10th of April, that allows me another couple of weeks just to get a few more percent to get over the line. Again, that's subject to me not going and actually losing any of the money I've already got in the account and going back down to a negative or a drawdown. It's all about staying positive and working to getting those actual targets. And once you become that prime member, the benefits are actually fantastic by getting an additional challenge account of the same already. So that'd be another $100,000 account, as well as a 10% discount on any future accounts I want to buy with them as well. There's also a benefit of a rollover bonus, which essentially means if you do not take their withdrawal, they'll pay you an extra 5% almost interest or cash on top of the money you leave with them. Now, the psychology around that is if you haven't taken the cash or banked it, think you're going to get a payout. The reality is a lot of traders are actually going to lose that money anyway. So it's probably within FTMO's interest to give that bonus, knowing that most people actually will go and lose it. And if you can continue with that same vein of taking payouts, profits and growing the accounts, you can get up to that supreme level, which obviously gives even more benefits. Again, I'm not there yet, so I'm not going to go through exactly what the benefits are, but ultimately once I get the account scaled, get onto the prime, we're in a much better position. So just trading with one particular platform, one particular company, that allows me the time to dedicate and focus. And I said before, plans, yes, they are great to put down and actually work out what your goals and objectives are, especially for the entire year. But if things don't work out, as they haven't worked out for me with Blue Guardian and the multiple accounts, then it's time to change and adapt. There's no point just sticking with that one particular plan, me ploughing on month after month after month, trying to get out of this drawdown, and if it doesn't never happen, I've wasted all that time and effort. I'm better off focusing on what I'm good at and what I'm actually more enjoying and get those profits and payouts through FTMO. Now, one other thing I did this week was actually a bit of fun, was I actually went through the entire FTMO Academy to actually get to the end and see what the actual bonus was. Now, all we have to do is go through all of their courses. Essentially, they are actually quite good. A lot of things I did actually learn from that I wasn't aware of at the time. It's a lot of detail you have to go through, pass all the actual tests. Then to get the final exam, you need to get above 90% on 25 multiple choice questions, which you'd already covered off in the actual previous tests anyway. Once you do that, you actually then get a 20% discount for any new challenges. So there is a potential to take a $400,000 challenge account in the future to have more allocation. I'm actually thinking that within the next month, if I can get a few more payouts, I will actually sign up to do the $200,000 account. Now I've passed $200,000 challenge accounts in the past. There's no biggie on that one. It's just that psychology of having a different amount in your account. But again, if I do it a link to my funded account, and if I work diligently on that one, again, it's slow and steady. I'm not looking to pass it within 1, 2, 3 days. If I did it over 2, 3 months, I'll be more than happy. So when we get towards the latter part of the year, that's when I have that $400,000 allocation, still taking good payouts from that one. That gets me back on track to be able to have the total payouts from prop firms this year in excess of $100,000. That's still my challenge, and I'm working towards that every single day. So unfortunately, it's not been a great update for the end of the month's profit. I'd always like to sit here and say, yes, I've made 10, 20, 30%, but we know it's not realistic, especially with the holiday I've had this month, the time off, working away, etc. So I've not put as much time into trading this month as I want to, but come May, there's going to be a lot more effort and focus on the trading, especially when I'm back home, sat at my desk with multiple screens, much more relaxed environment where I'm not going outside to sit in the sun and sit by the pool every 5 minutes. Oh, that's been fantastic. At least it'll get me an ability to trade more consistently on a regular basis, day in, day out. So I hope that's been, again, more inspiration for you guys to focus on your own trading journey, go and get funded, maintain your funding and enjoy those payouts and have a fantastic time with your trading. So thanks for watching. Catch you again very soon. Cheers.